Greetings duelists, welcome to the first ever deck profile on this channel. Today I'm going to be showing you my Gem Knight Invoked list, which I've recently come up with. I used to play the Shadow engine with Gem Knights, but I'll get into some reasons later on why I decided to take it out and why I chose Invoked. Don't want to waste your time, just get into it. Start things off, I'm playing 3 Gem Knight Nephirim. This feels like the heart and soul of modern Gem Knights. It's a new card we got in the Battles of Legend. So on normal or special summon, it can add any Gem Knight card from your deck to your hand, and if it's sent from your hand or deck to the graveyard, you can pitch a card to special summon it, and while it's on the field you can activate its effect to get an extra normal summon of a gem monster during your turn. Helps you easily get into your link summons, search whatever card you need, helps you get off to the races. Next I'm playing 3 Gem Knight Quartz. So if your opponent controls a monster, you can discard this from your hand to set one of the continuous fusion spells from your deck, so that'll be Gem Knight Fusion, Brilliant Fusion, or Scatter Fusion, sorry. But that will lock you into Gem Knight monsters for the rest of the turn. And if it's sent to graveyard or banished for a fusion summon, you can non-target add back any Gem Knight monster from your graveyard, which is very useful. Next I'm playing 2 Gem Knight Holocore, another card from the new card from the Battles of Legend set this year. You can special summon it from your hand by sending the Gem Knight Fusion spell directly from your deck to the graveyard, and while it's in the graveyard and you control a Gem Knight Fusion monster, if your opponent activates any card or effect, you can banish itself and 2 other Gem Knight cards from your graveyard to negate that effect and then boost all your Gem Knights currently on field by 1000 attack. Very, very good card. The last of the gem monsters I'm playing is 2 Gem Armadillo. One of the older Gem Knight monsters. It's just Stratos for the deck. On summon, we'll just add any Gem Knight monster from deck to hand. You usually summon this off of Nephirim's extra summon effect to help you extend. Next up I'm playing 3 Gem Knight Dispersion. Another new card that we got in the Battles of Legend set. A fantastic card for the deck. It's got 2 effects, each of which you can activate once per turn. You can perform a fusion summon of any Gem Knight monster using monsters from your hand or field, but if you do have Gem Knight Fusion in your graveyard, you can use up to 2 materials from your deck or extra deck. And its second effect, you can add any gem monster from your deck or your banishment to your hand. And quite recently I've been finding that adding a banished Gem Knight monster to your hand is actually quite useful sometimes. Next up I'm playing 1 Brilliant Fusion, 1 Scatter Fusion, obviously the Quartz targets, and then the brick of the deck, the 1 Gem Knight Fusion. Brilliant Fusion and Scatter Fusion are essentially the same card. They allow you to form a fusion summon of a Gem Knight monster by sending materials directly from your deck to the graveyard. But Scatter Fusion, you can only summon a non-rock Gem Knight monster, and your opponent needs to control a monster in order for you to actually perform the fusion summon, and then it will lock you into Gem Knight monsters for the rest of the turn as well. Gem Knight Fusion, polymerization for Gem Knights, but you can add it back to your hand from the graveyard by banishing any Gem Knight monster, and neither effect is once per turn, so you can just keep recycling this as many times as you need to. Now for the Invoked cards. I'm playing 2 Alistair the Invoker, and 2 Magical Meltdown. So Alistair on normal summon will obviously add you Invocation, of which I'm playing 1. And then you can pitch Alistair from your hand to boost any fusion monster you control by 1000 attack and defense, which is just amazing, especially in a going second OTK deck like Gem Knights. The 2 Magical Meltdown, when you activate Magical Meltdown you can add the Alistair from your deck to your hand. So with these ratios, it's basically like you're playing 4 Alistair, which is very useful. And Magical Meltdown is kind of like Branded Lost, where your opponent can't negate the activation of your cards and effects when you're trying to fusion summon, and then they can't respond when your monster is fusion summoned. Very, very useful. And then the Invocation, you can shuffle this back into the deck from the graveyard to add a banished Alistair back to your hand after you perform a fusion summon. so then you can recycle it, and if you do manage to get an extra normal summon off Alistair, like with Seraphinite for example, you can add the invocation back from your deck to then perform another fusion summon. I've decided to go for the Invoked over the Shadow engine because recently I've been bricking a lot more with the Shadows. I swore by it when I was first playing this deck, but this engine gives you stuff to do going first, whereas the Shadow package doesn't really do that. And this just bricks a lot less because you're essentially playing 4 of the same card, right? But yeah, so far it's been working out very well. Now onto the non-engine for the deck. Being a going second deck, I am playing 3 Mulcharmy Fuvalos and 3 Mulcharmy Perulia. We want to see as many cards as possible, and playing these, going second, having the opponent make a half board because they don't want to give you too many cards is very good for us. And also if they do play into it and give you plenty of cards, then you've got, most of the time you've got more than enough to clear their board and OTK them, so always play the Charmies. Speaking of clearing boards, we've got the board breakers. I am playing 3 Forbidden Droplet. Absolutely fantastic card going second. You can send your Nepper in from hand to grave with Forbidden Droplet and then summon the Nepper in back. And also being a quick play, being able to respond to the opponent's effects to shut them off is very, very useful. And having their attack being an OTK deck helps you get through them a lot easier. And I am playing 2 Raigeki, 1 Duster, and 1 Lightning Storm. I like these ratios very much. I was playing 2 Lightning Storm before, and then when it came back to 3 I did bump it up, but it's recently gone back down to 1. I feel like 2 cards to deal with the back row and then 2 to 3 cards to deal with the monsters is more than enough, because the Gem Knight engine itself can easily push through boards. These are just insulation to help. Next I am playing 2 Thrust, 1 Talent. 2 Thrust is more than enough. We play a few Thrust targets in the main deck. 3 Thrust can be way too bricky at times. Sometimes you see 1 or 2 Thrusts and your opponent doesn't activate any effects and it's kind of dead. And to finish off the deck for a clean 40, I am playing 3 Infinite Impermanents. Again, going second deck. A little bit of interaction for the opponent's turn besides the Charmies, and having a trap to send off of Forbidden Droplet sometimes can be very useful. Now on to the extra deck. So this will be your big 3. I am playing 1 Gem Knight Master Diamond, 1 Master Diamond Dispersion, and 1 Lady Brilliant Diamond. Master Diamond is obviously your big daddy of the deck. Gains 100 attack for each gem monster in your graveyard, and you can copy any Gem Knight fusion monster's effect by banishing that monster from the graveyard. Master Diamond Dispersion, quick effect during either main phase. You contribute it to special summon up to 3 non-rock gem monsters from your deck and from your extra deck and or your graveyard. I'll show you the targets that I play for that in a bit. And also, if any of your Gem Knight fusion monsters are destroyed by battle while he's in the graveyard, you can special summon him back. Lady Brilliant Diamond helps you get into any other Gem Knight monster that you perhaps can't bring out for fusion summon. You send any face-up Gem Knight monster you control to the graveyard, and then special summon any Gem Knight fusion monster from your extra deck. Very, very useful card. Next I'm playing the 1 Lady Rose Diamond and the 1 Seraphinite. Seraphinite's just there, it gives you an extra normal summon of any monster during your turn, doesn't have to be a Gem Knight. Lady Rose Diamond will protect your Gem Knights from being destroyed by a card effect once during the opponent's turn, and then during your own turn it's like a mini detonator. So whenever your opponent activates a monster effect, you can banish any Gem Knight card from your graveyard and target a face-up card your opponent controls to destroy it. That's not a once per turn and not a once per chain. It can catch a lot of people off guard. Now for the dispersion targets that I play. I'm playing the 1 Ruby, 1 topaz, and the 1 aquamarine. So Ruby can tribute any gem-like monster on the field to gain that monster's attack, and he also does piercing. Topaz can attack twice. It doesn't have to attack monsters, it can attack it directly twice. But if it does destroy a monster by battle, it will burn your opponent for the attack of the monster it destroys. And Aquamarine, if it's sent from field to graveyard, then you target 1 card your opponent controls and return it to the hand. Topaz is usually the one that we're copying for Master Diamond, because then Master Diamond can get up to like nearly 4k, and then you can attack twice. So even if you do attack into someone's monster, you can burn them for their attack. Very easy to do OTK. Sometimes you can do over 8,000 damage with just attacking with that one. Now for the Invoked fusions, I'm only playing 3. Playing 1 Caliga, 1 Mechaba, and 1 Orgoides. So this needs Alistair in the dark, this one needs Alistair in the light, and this needs Alistair plus any fusion monster. Caliga makes it so you can only attack with, each player can only attack with 1 monster during each turn, and each player can only attempt to activate 1 monster effect each turn. So you'll always be making this, trying to make this going first, and then on the follow-up turn you would use this as fusion material with your Alistair to make the Orgoides. When this is summoned, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls to destroy it, and you can also banish any fusion monster from your graveyard for him to gain that monster's attack, which is very useful. Mechaba is an Omni Negate. You just have to discard the same type of card that your opponent's activating. So if you activate a monster, discard a monster, spell, discard a spell, trap, discard a trap. These two are very useful going first. You can also make this go in second as one of your first plays. But yeah, it's very, very good engine. I very much prefer it over just a construct which can attack any monster. Now for the link monsters, I am playing 2 Gem-like Phantom Quartz. Very good card. On someone will add you any Gem-like card from your deck to your hand, and its other effect, you can pay 1,000 life points to fusion summon a Gem-like monster by shuffling its materials in from your graveyard or your banished. So you can banish some monsters off of the Gem-like fusion to add that back to hand, and then use them as material. Or if you're banishing monsters for Lady Rose Diamond, you can shuffle them back in as well, so they're never wasted materials. Sometimes when I summon this, it will get impermed or veiled, but then you could just link it off for the second copy and use its fusion effect on the second copy. Next I am playing the 1 Alistair the Invoker of Madness and the 1 Mech Knight Crusadia Avramax. So the Invoker of Madness treats itself as Alistair while on field in the graveyard, and this also helps you get into your invoked fusion plays without actually having to see Alistair itself. Because if you perform any fusion summon while he's on the field, you can discard a card to then add Invocation from your deck to your hand. So then you just use him as material for your fusion summon and get any of your invoked fusion monsters out that you like. Avramax, most of the time I'll make him go first so that he protects the board, because while he's on the field your opponent can only attack him and they can't imperm it or anything because he can't be targeted, and if they do attack into him, he obviously gains the attack of any monster that he's battling, as if he attacks or is attacked. So then if you do have Caliga on board on your first turn end board with the Avramax, then they can only attack him, which means they're never going to clear this, so they're going to have to find other ways to clear it if they want to kill you. And that's it for the main deck. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please leave a like, a comment or subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.